That first experience at camp was the first time I ever met anyone else with type 1 diabetes. The year I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, I was in the 5th grade. And of course, the first few months, several months after that diagnosis at the end of October of 1999 had been quite a transition process for me personally, for my family. Going into that following year, 2000, and that summer, I had attended a summer camp in South Carolina. It was a sibling camp, so I got to bring my younger sister, I have 2 younger sisters, but my middle sister, Jennifer, with me, which was really nice and comforting. And so we were at this traditional summer camp. My parents also went with my youngest sister, but they stayed off property to kind of be nearby. So they were excited for me to be able to go experience this, but still very new and unsure about diabetes in general, and so we're close by if needed. That first experience at camp was the first time I ever met anyone else with type 1 diabetes. I was completely immersed in this environment. Of course, there were volunteer doctors and nurses and wonderful camp counselors, but there were a ton of kids with type 1 diabetes. But this is where I first was brave enough to prick my finger to test my blood sugar and give myself a shot of insulin. Up to that point, my parents had been doing that, but being around others that were doing that was really neat and definitely encouraged me to take that leap and do it. But at the same time, it was also just camp and a lot of fun. I also just got really comfortable. That first experience was the perfect time for it. Not right away, and not too much time had passed, but it was the perfect time for me to be exposed to that, and what an experience it was, and certainly has shaped some of the things that we do at Touched by Type 1 to have had that experience.